Hello, everyone. 2020 has been a transition year and a difficult one because change is never easy. But as most of the tough work has already been done, 2021, while still intense, it's announcing to be an extraordinary year. We birthed the age of Aquarius community at the dawn of the Jupiter Saturn conjunction in Aquarius because the age of Aquarius values are everything that our world stands for, or I would say humans stand for: freedom, quality content, connection with like minded people. Each individual is unique, experiential learning, collaboration, getting in sync with the universe, and greater good over individual interests. We have to work collectively for the world at large. So, today and in the following days to come, let me apprise you with what the planets imply for us for 2021 and what we can do for ourselves in order to build our health, wealth, and happiness. So, when we are happy inside, the world automatically is happy, and we can actually, our auras extend to the world at large. Libra, what are the major trends for you for 2021? Well, health and energy are much improved. Pre existing conditions should be less troublesome. And with that comes more energy to achieve your goals. Your fifth house of fun, children, and creativity is very strong this year. You deserve some fun. You deserve some fun, Libra. This is a time to be creative and do things that you enjoy. Libras of childbearing age are more fertile than usual, and a pregnancy wouldn't be a surprise. Be discreet if you're single. Jupiter will make a brief flirtation into your sixth house of health and work this year from May 14th to July 29th and from December 30th onwards. This will bring very happy job opportunities. Uranus moved into your eighth house of transformation in March 2019, and he'll be there for many more years to come. This shows sexual experimentation. It shows that the spouse, partner, or your current love is in the mood for experimentations also, but more so in finances. Those of you of appropriate age could focus on making your wills and possibly if there are changes required in the wills. Now, Pluto has been in your fourth house of home and family for many years since 2008. Now, he'll be there for a few more years. This could have brought many changes and shakeups in the dynamics of the family unit. This transit is almost over. You have 3 more years of it, but it seems to me that the worst is over. Your areas of greatest interest and focus this year will be home and family, children, fun and creativity, health and work, personal transformation and reinvention, and occultism. Your paths of greatest fulfillment will be foreign travel, higher education, religion, theology, philosophy, fun, children, and creativity. Now, this is there until May 14th and from July 29th to December 30th, whereas focus on health and work will be from May 14th and July 29th, and then from December 30th onwards specifically. In regards to your health, as I mentioned, health is much improved over previous years. This year, there is only one long term planet, that is Pluto, in a stressful alignment with you. All the others are either in harmony with you or leaving you alone. Of course, there will be periods in the year where health is less easy than usual. These periods come from the transits of the fast moving planets. They're brief, of very brief duration, and not trends for the year. So when they pass, your normal good health and energy return. Your sixth house of health has been strong for many years, since 2012, when Neptune entered there. This was probably your saving grace for past years. You have been focused on health, and this has carried you through. So, your sixth house will become even more prominent this year as Jupiter moves in from May 14th to July 29th. But since your health is good, be careful about overreacting to any little ache or pain. Chances are that there is nothing wrong. It's good to be focused on health, just remain disciplined. In regards to your home and family, your fourth house has been prominent for many years and still pretty strong this year. but a little less so than the last year. So many of you moved last year. Many of you made renovations in the home. The family circle could have expanded, usually through a birth or marriage. Family dynamics change, and you must adapt accordingly. Life is all about moving on. So, Pluto in your fourth house signals several things. You could be doing important renovations in the home or your working place. As Pluto is also your money planet, the home is as much a financial center as it is a home. Your spending on the home and family are also a source of financial increase. Good family support works both ways. So in March 2020, your family planet Saturn moved into your fifth house. This would give a few messages too. Now, the planet Saturn rules all that is durable, long lasting, hardened, and able to be structured. Therefore, this planet is likely to force you to slow down and restructure any area that it influences in your birth chart. So you're required to seriously assess the value of the life areas influenced by this Sirius planet. Now, when this Sirius planet moves into the fifth house of your birth chart, you are asked to seriously consider what you have and would like to create in your life. The creations in your life are likely to coincide with responsibilities. For instance, you start a family, which brings great joy, but also duties, and care for the little one. Now, another example could be that you're giving birth to an artistic project that demands your attention to detail and hard work. This is joyful and satisfying and also demanding. So, during this period, you need to make sure that you schedule in time for relaxation and recreation rather than enjoy spontaneous fun. You may benefit from a regular creative activity. Children, either your own or other people's, they may need extra attention. So, relationships with the family are much improved over the previous few years. Important renovations can happen throughout the year. January 1st to 20th are good times. December 21st to December 31st, especially good times for you. So if you're planning to decorate, renovate, or buy, then January 9th to February 1st, November 5th to December 31st are specifically lucrative times for you. In regards to finance and career, neither your second house of finance nor your 10th house of career prominent this year. So both houses are basically empty with only short term planets moving through there. Now, they will have short term effects. Though we are schooled to always be ambitious and to always focus on money, the cosmos doesn't necessarily agree. Finance and career are just two areas out of the 12, each having equal value cosmically speaking. So the cosmos aims for a balanced development. This year, other areas of your life are taking priority. This lack of focus tends to be the status quo. You will be basically content with your finances and career as they are, and you have no need to give them undue attention. It's basically good news. Pluto is your financial planet. He has been in the sign of Capricorn, your fourth house, since 2008, many years now. So this has had many good points. It shows a sound, conservative financial judgment. It applies, in fact, it implies an abhorrence of the quick buck. Wealth is to be attained methodically, step by step, in safe, secure ways. It shows a good feeling for financial management. Good financial management is perhaps just as important as increasing earnings. You have been in a long term cycle of setting up and adhering to disciplined savings and investment plans, and this trend continues in the year ahead. With Pluto as the financial planet, tax efficiency is very important. Tax, insurance, and estate issues are governing much of your financial decision making. It's also a very good year for estate planning. So, if you're of appropriate age, get into some real estate. Many of you have inherited money during the past 13 years. Many have benefited from estates and collected insurance payments. These kind of things will still happen further. So, with your financial planet in your fourth house for so long, many of you will benefit earnings from home office or home based business. Family and family connections are important financially. Your financial planet in this fourth house favors residential real estate, the food, restaurant, business, hotels, motels, and companies that cater to the homeowner. It would also favor psychological therapies. All these trends have been in effect for many years and continue to be in effect. Unlike Pluto, which is the slowest moving of all the planets, your career planet, the moon, is the fastest moving of all the planets. So there could be many short term career trends also. With such fast moving planet ruling your career, career opportunities can happen in a variety of ways through a variety of people. In regards to your love and social life, Libra is always interested in love and social activities. For the liberal, this is what life is all about. Relationship is everything. But this year, the focus is less than usual. Your seventh house of love is basically empty. So only short term planets move through there, and their impact will also be temporary. This tends to be the status quo. Now, singles will tend to stay single, and those who are married will tend to stay married. An empty house actually shows that there's no need to be anxious or no need to focus overtly on that. One sort of takes the love and social life for granted. There is a sense of contentment. However, it should be noted that if love problems arise, it is because you're not giving that much of attention. So just pay more attention in that area and things will happen. The problems can only stem because you're ignoring things. So there is some good news here also. Ever since 2019, when Uranus left your seventh house, love became stable. Less exciting, perhaps, but more stable. Instability is the price we pay for drama and excitement. So, with your eighth house of sex and transformation very strong this year, this area of life seems active. Mars is your love planet. While he moves faster than the long term planets, such as Jupiter and Saturn, yet comparatively, he's much slower than the fast moving planets, that is, the Sun, Moon, Mercury, and Venus. So, he is somewhere in between. During the course of the year, he will move through 9 signs and the houses of your horoscope. Thus, there may be many love trends that can happen. So, Mars will be out of bounds from March 24th to May 23rd. So, you will be going outside your comfort zone in search of love. It also indicates and shows that you are fearless and aggressive when it comes to love. You make things happen. Also, when disappointments happen, you pick yourself up and get back into the fray. In this life, you're learning to be courageous in love. Regarding your self improvement, well, your spiritual planet Mercury is also the ruler of your ninth house of religion, philosophy, theology, and higher learning. In general, this would favor investigating the mystical side, the esoteric side of your native religion. Every religion has its mystical side. Every religion is based on the mystical experience of its founder and early disciples. So it is good to explore these things. Beneath all the rules, regulations, and superstitions, the accretions put on by human minds, lies something pure and beautiful. It's good to delve into this. Now, as Mercury is a fast moving planet, during the course of the year, he will move through your entire chart. The spiritual lessons come to you in spurts in many ways and through various peoples. There is not one correct way to learn. Sometimes the lesson will come in finance, love, or the career, or in your place of worship. It all depends on where Mercury is and the kinds of aspects that he's making. But the main headline in your spiritual life is the spiritual healing. Neptune, the most spiritual of planets, has been in your sixth house of health since 2012 and will be there for many more years. So you're going deeper year by year into the mysteries of spiritual healing, the role of spirit on the physical, emotional, mental bodies. This is really your mission these days. This is the path of spiritual growth. So, spiritual healing is a bit different than mind body healing, though the mind body is very good. While it is good to treat the mind to change its thinking from negative to positive, there are certain areas of the mind that cannot be accessed by mind itself. So, the human mind cannot really heal itself. What is needed is a power, an energy that is above the human mind to come in and heal the problem. It happens first on the mental level, then the feelings are changed, and finally the body. So it generally proceeds in its own stages. Mind controls the body, and the mind itself was designed to be controlled by the spirit. So, basic cause, like they say, root of all evil is the mind. But the humans have the gift of free will, and the spirit is not in complete control of the mind. The seeds of pathology were planted due to the misuse of human free will. So, when this higher power of spirit is invoked, it will start to search the human mind and clear out the fallacies, the mental debris there. Thus, the natural state of health, the way it was originally intended to be, starts to manifest. It seems to me that much depends on the person's belief system. Spirit will choose the quickest and the most convenient way to bring the healing about. It's fascinating to delve in spiritualism to realize about the cause and effect of how the mind operates. Stay blessed. Have a rocking 2021 Librans. And don't forget to delve into your spiritualism. And the main aspect is don't forget to make your natal charts so that you exactly know which area of your life actually requires the more higher consciousness. So, wishing you all once again, have a great year ahead.